What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Thursday night Synth live stream, or whatever day this is. Pretty sure it's Thursday. So today we are not doing the quantum because I'm lazy. We're doing the quantum because I actually planned to do the quantum like a while back, building a patch, but I didn't do it. So what is up? What's up, Synthetic? It's Julian. What's up, Cool Doug Love? Snackwatch is first in here and traded to the living. What's up, everybody? Oh, see? I thought you weren't going to make it on time, Captain. So I was kind of like, something's wrong in the universe. Today, someone got attacked with a machete on my street. Yeah, that happened. So that's just another day here in Los Angeles. So, oh, and also they live right outside because they live in the tent and they attacked each other with machetes. So, yeah, we're going to get into Le Quantum. I'm a little closer in on it today because I think this will help with when I build the patch. It'll sort of might be able to see a bit more of the stuff that I do. So that's why I'm a little bit closer into it. But we'll get to that later. We have an agenda, but I didn't bring it in. So if you actually check the description of the video, you'll see the agenda, and then I'll secretly, it will secretly appear at some point, eventually, when I type it in while you guys aren't watching. But on the agendas, of course, you can guess there's around the web stuff. There's going to be the quantum, and then we're going to talk about Behringer because it's every day, bro. They release something or talk about releasing something. And then there's a bunch of tidbits at the end. So that'll be the other agenda piece. So imagine that they're right here and that I actually put in effort. So, yeah. Oh, man. No, I don't live in the hood. It's that here. So in Los Angeles, it's like legal to be homeless in a lot of places. And I'm just in one of those places. So, yeah, I literally was looking out my window watching like two women like fighting with machetes. Like, it was crazy. And it's not the first time. It's happened a few times. They have like machetes, and then I call the cops and say, hey, they shouldn't be having machetes, right? And the cop says, oh no, they can have machetes, it's a tool. And I'm like, but they're like swashbuckling with them. And he's like, no, we can't do anything about it. It's crazy. Grove Street is crazy. I live on Grove Street. This is hilarious. Yeah, so ooh, hey, congratulate me, y'all. I guess I could have put this, but today I paid off my credit card. Now, I only have this credit card because I bought a billion things that I shouldn't have bought. I bought, what did I buy on this credit card? I bought like that Universal Audio 610 thing. I bought a bunch of other stuff. I probably bought the Zero Coast on my credit card. I don't know. But I paid off $4,500 of my credit card today, which is essentially the whole thing. So, great. Wonderful. Anyway, USA is wilding. It's interesting. It's interesting. If pirates have rights. It's hilarious. It's pretty hilarious out here right now. What's up, Rainbow Messenger? What's up, Matthew? Awkward transition, but these quantum analog filter cut like a machete. Yeah, I mean, in a weird way, it's like the worst thing to pay it off. So it's interesting. I actually paid it off with like a bunch of like money that I had in the wonderfully destroyed stock market. So I just traded money from money that was going down to my credit card, which has probably like 15% interest. Anywho, you know what video I did like today? And I'm not going to show it on Around the Web because Around the Web's about fun, not about substance. But I saw a video from Alex Ball today. He got a bunch of Moog stuff. I think they may have sent it to him, which is pretty cool, especially if they sent him. Because typically, and I've only gotten 3 things from Moog, they don't want you to give it back. They may not say, like, do something, but they very much give it across like it's a gift. So he got, like, the Matriarch, and he got the Grandmother, Subharmonicon, and Mother 32, which is pretty dope because I only have the Subharmonicon left. And I forget I have the Grandmother. I always forget that I own a Grandmother. It's in the closet. It's in the closet. I don't know. I'll bring it out one day. Someday. If you need a hockey mask to go with that machete, It's crazy out there. I got my pepper gel on lock. Oh, sweet. Trade to Livy says, I love that video. Yeah, I mean, I would say Alex Ball is, I'm not going to say one of my closest because not in that way, but I think that creatively we're weirdos and we like to do some acting and stuff in our videos. And so we're very much aligned in the effort we put into our stuff when we can. Grandma just in the closet plotting against you. Well, don't know what to do with it. I need a 3 or 4 tier stand, but then I'm going to have people come over and like laugh at me even more. So I can only do so much. Let's see. Free grandma. All this grandmother neglect hurts my heart. It's it's weird that I forget that it's in there. I don't keep much stuff like just like off the grid totally like that, but like, yeah, it's at the bottom of the closet. Like it's so far down underneath other stuff that it's like, it's almost more of a pain to take it out. So that's why I'm not using it. And also the only place it could go is where the virus goes. So I don't want to move the virus. Whoa. Yes. Matthew says Subharmonicon got an update this week. It did. I mean, Moog stuff doesn't typically get updates, but I think the Subharmonicon is super unique, that it kind of screams for more functionality. They can push it to the limits. And yeah, Alex Ball always kills it. Snackwatch says, I wanted a Moger Foger pedal so bad when I first heard of it. I mean, I still want like 2 more Moger Fogers. Probably. Wait. Oh, yeah. Catherine said, yeah, that's like my Poly 800. I doubt I'll ever sell it, but I haven't brought it out. Yeah. I mean, I like the Grandmother a lot. Just maybe if it was a Matriarch, I would use it more because I prefer like polyphonic stuff. There's only I don't use like more than one voice synth, which is the sub. Oh shit! Turn it on so I can have life behind me. I don't really turn it on. I mean, I do turn it on. I'm saying I don't really like swap it out. There's only one mono synth that I ever use, and that's it. So. Oh, okay. Rainbow Messenger says, my friends had my Subharmonicon for like a month. We swapped some modules. Pretty excited to get it back and see if it's any better. Well, I would say before it was good. And when I read about the updates, I thought to myself, hey, I'll update this eventually. But I guess for me, it wasn't like super life-changing updates. Definitely cool additions, but I don't think Mo really releases stuff that the only synthesizer I'll ever say that was like not, and that's why I feel like there's a good story about it, that wasn't, in my opinion, finished, was the Sub 37. And I believe that's when Amos became much more known in the company, is that it was like the transition from the old to the new was like the sub 37, because even sort of the whatever that was called, the sub fatty or something, the silver one when it was out, did have the same functionality. And then when they put like the 1.01 or 1.1 into the sub 37, it got like it became my favorite synth once it got that. So long story short, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Grandma and sub 37 kind of feel the same niche for me. Two flavors. Yeah, I agree. They're both kind of the same thing, but also I would say that I like playing the grandmother more, but I like recording with the sub 37 more. It's just sort of the way they feel to me, I guess. Moderating the shrillness would be awesome. I don't know what that exactly means, but if you're talking about the shrillness of the, I think this is dumb, because I feel like maybe I'm one of the people who thinks this, and maybe it's not even true, but the subharmonicon's voice structure is way more shrill. I'm only saying because you said shrillness, and you may not be even referring to the subharmonicon, but the resonance, the way that it is like way tweakier, like pointier than like the sub 37. Like when I did sort of the similar movements, I'm like, whoa, this resonance is like really like wee. So Trade to Living says I use the grandmother on almost every track I make. Well, that's because you're smart and I'm just a stick in the mud who literally uses about the same 4 patches over and over and over. And it's typically either a lead patch or a bass patch. And there's like, it's like one smooth lead, one open lead. And then for the bass, it's like one open bass and one like super smooth sub bass. I just literally just cycle through those 4 patches like over and over on the sub. I'm pretty stick in the mud about it. I can't lie. I cannot lie. Oh, okay. It's time for Around the Web. This Around the Web is actually going to be fun. I wish I had my things, but imagine it pops up here. Around the Web is popping up here right now. So, I don't know if you all know, but, well, let's just jump over there. I don't know a ton about this person, and I should, but I know Rick Wakeman. I've heard of him being an amazing pianist, or amazing synthesis player, but let's just watch this. And good Lord. Like, good Lord. Good God. I've never seen this clip before. Never seen this clip before. And like, I think it's funny. To me, the most impressive part is you guys can't really see because I'm kind of blocking it in the video, but he does like, he does a triplet at the end, like right at the end. And I'm like, dude, that would be the hardest part for me because I'm doing the whole thing in like straight time, and then to do the triplet that he does, that like it's almost like a trill, but it's like a straight triplet. Oh, good Lord. So impressed by that. So Rick Wakeman's from Yes. Wow. Okay. So people are gonna clown me now for not being super up on Yes. All right. I'm gonna study some Yes, because if this guy's like that, I think it's kind of the same reason. Like I like Dream Theater, but also that Dream Theater is like Berkeley people. So like when I got to Berkeley, every person under the freaking sun talks about either like Steve Vai, John Mayer, or like Dream Theater. Like that's all they talk about. So I'm gonna look up some more Rick Wakeman. Maybe he has some more stuff like under here. Maybe not. We're gonna look up some Rick Wakeman later on. Either chiffer or bottle blower patch. So now I want to preface this next clip, which is the last clip from around the web, but I'm glad that this person did it, because I really wanted to do something about how great I thought and think the Sonic R soundtrack is. Now, Sonic R was a game for Sega CD in like the 90s, and I have thought many times about trying to explain how good the music in certain games are. And I realized that it would be such a huge undertaking, because it would be such a weird theory video for me to do. But this guy, he just did a video. This guy named Charles Cornell, he did a video on the Sonic R. He did a video on the harmony of the Sonic R soundtrack. Freaking incredible. You asked, you ever meet Jennifer Rusk at Berkeley? I didn't personally know. It's okay. Noir's cool. Us DT nerds will always be insufferable about the Dream Theater's influence. I mean, once I saw them tapping, I said, you can tap on a guitar? So this is kind of a little bit heady, and it's probably just for me. But if you're interested in a weird soundtrack that's super 90s, but way underrated in my opinion, it's the Sonic R soundtrack. It's like cheesy, but secretly amazing. So
it doesn't really matter.
He talks about it.
Sort of this palette of sound, right? Going to that from a G major and
the harmony's amazing
in
Sonic R.
By starting there and then flipping it to, that's a totally different.
It'll make sense in a
second.
second.
That's one of the reasons we talked about on this channel a number of times, the fact that the minor third is a really good device for totally switching up the sound of the harmony at any given point. That's why we see it used a lot. But just listen to this transition.
And then the switch.
Dig that.
The harmony in the whole soundtrack is basically like this.
Woo-hoo! Check that out. Okay, so here's what's happening there. So we have this section. Like I said, to me, I'm feeling it like a 2-3-4. 2-3-4. Here, this is like an F sus chord. The melody goes we do this chromatic walk up from an F sus to a G sus. And then before we start the phrase over again, we have an approach chord. When we talk about approach,
It's crazy deep. This is the video that people wanted. I feel like I wouldn't even have done a good job about it. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. Said Sega CD. I meant Sega Saturn. Sorry. Good job, Rainbow Messenger. My bad. Oh, yeah. Brutus is crazy. Sonic are basically Bill Wirtz racing music. So yeah, I don't know. He's better to do it than me. I probably would have made it too stupid and cheesy. He's really digging in there, and I also feel like my channel's like not a my channel's not a theory channel, and it'd be like, I don't know how I would have done it, but I'm glad that he did it because it's so good. And it like speaks to me. There's also a video by someone else. They do like the Stevie Wonder, digging into the Stevie Wonder theory, which is incredible. So these types of videos are just so cool.
The end of the game when you won, I forget what it was.
He does All right, fine. I get an ad. We're not doing ads. Stupid ad. Anywho, Sonic R soundtrack is like probably, in my opinion, like one of my top 5 soundtracks of all time. My favorite soundtrack of all time is Sonic 2, or maybe Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania has an amazing soundtrack, but yeah. Still have my Saturn and Dreamcast. Gonna have to dig them out and see what Sonic games I got. Oh, you know what song I heard the other day I really liked? Damn, where's my phone? Damn. Okay, hold on. I can do this now because I have a second channel, but hold on. So I was at the grocery store yesterday and I realized how much I loved a certain song, and then I was like, I wanted to talk about it because I really love this song. And I Shazammed it because I never really remembered the name, but I have it. I have it in my, oh, here it is. Because we can listen to it now. There it is. Oh, I didn't know there was like a video with it. Okay, so I love this song. Copyright Nuke Fest begins. Hey, that's why we got the second channel, so I could just do things like this. But I heard this song yesterday. I remembered like how much I loved it. So y'all are gonna know this one, obviously. I love this song.
You always make me smile when I'm feeling down. You give me such a vibe. It's totally bona fide. It's not the way you walk, and it ain't the way you talk. It ain't the job you got that keeps me satisfied. You love me so, and that's what takes me high. Your love, it keeps me alive.
God, this song is so good. So much. This song slaps. Catherine says, I saw Sonic when I was 17. That'd be amazing.
I want you to understand.
So I know that there's like, let's see. I think they have this is like the...
I'm totally eating better this year.
They have like a radio edit version, which is probably what most people remember. So, ooh, I actually heard it in Amazon Fresh, which is hilarious. Anyways, I'm gonna stop being that guy. But I just love this song. I love this song a lot. So yeah. I'm glad I know who that is, because now I kind of feel like I really like Sonique's voice. So like I want to know what other stuff maybe I can find from Sonique. So we shall see. Okay. Now, imagine there's other topics, and the next topic is making a patch on the Quantum, because that's what's actually going to happen right now. Okay. Did like a commercial kick in or something? I'm not watching. Well, no, I'm watching my own stream. So I actually really like this patch, not in the ARP. So like, check this patch out, like just by itself. It's pretty smooth. Okay, not with the ARP. Has like a sick like guitar kind of a like vibe. I don't know. It's kind of got like... I like this patch, actually. Now, we're going to make a patch from scratch. So, that's why I'm going to initialize a patch. So, I'm going to move this around so I can actually see what I'm doing. Can everybody see? Does this make sense? Okay, so I'm going to go to load, and then I'm going to initialize just randomness. So now there's only one oscillator here in the top. So oscillator 1 is the only one that's on. So like I can go to oscillator 1. And I really like, so the reason why I'm saying and doing this is because I don't know how much, maybe it was like a month ago, I built like some patches, and I really kind of like the way that you build patches. So I just wanted to like show, especially because we'll talk about it at the end of the video, but the end of the stream, but you have a lot of cool oscillators and stuff. So here's the oscillator you start with, and you can go through it. So check this out. You can like choose your resonant. You can choose the position, and it gives you you can't maybe see it, but there's a red line here. It gives you the position, and you can hear it change. So Zound's got any more quad tubes? I actually just talked to my guy at Downs today because I said that the OB6 video is actually coming out soon, and so I'll be sending back the OB6. But yeah, I mean, I got the steal of a century. This was like 3,200, so that was crazy. Inflation, right? Jeez. But like, check, you can do like this. So this is like a bell. And so there's just so many choices you have when you're in the, and you can also do different types, right? So like right now I'm doing like these wavetables. You can do waveforms. And what I like is the way you can see, like check how you can see the difference. See how like you can see all this animation and stuff? I really like that. And so look, check this out. And then like, check this. And you can like detune it. Like, check that sound. Is that not badass? Yeah, this has amazing visuals. Like this is, to me, this is the power of this type of a screen. I was very worried about this interface for a long time. And then when I started to make my own patch, I really said the screen makes this thing incredible. So I kind of like that as like my, that'll be like my bass, or not my bass, but like this would be like my baseline sound. Very rich. Very, I guess you call it like, very, I don't know. It's digital, but it's very rich digital. I like it. So now you can do the mixer over here, right? So this is all your sound. So lots of my oscillator 1. Then I can bang. I'm over here on my oscillator 2, right? I'm bringing it in, and I have 2. So I got my resonant over here. So say I like that super sub bass. I can attach that sub bass to like my, you know, the sound I just made with the square kind of thing. Anyway, I can't see what I'm playing because the microphone's in the way. But so now I can also change this. So say here's what I like. I want to do like, say like I want to do a like you can do a particle thing, right? So here's my, you know, I just loaded this as like a particle thing over there, right? And I can pick some stuff I want. So let's take that away. And then I can choose like a preset, right? So let's go with like a, let's go with this thing, grainy piano, huh? I've used this before, hence why I'm using this. So now you just hear the grainy piano, right? Right? You can change the position of where this lands. So if you wanted sort of the end, you can have the beginning. Then you can have like the jitter, which changes this stuff. So check out this jitter up here. When I turn it up, and then see, you'll probably be able to see it move. The orange and the stuff up here. I'm just trying to make sure you guys can see that. See how they move? So like, yep, it has granular, Snack Watch. So you can do a bunch of stuff. You can change the length. So say I wanted to like have this, like see how I can make this. You can make a much smoother sound if I change the like length of the grain. And it's all in real time. That's incredible. So then, check how I can like blend this now with my other patch. Let me turn it up real quick. Well, I'll just compress it. So you can also have it go through the whole patch if you want it. Cool, right? Sounds good. And we're gonna do one more thing. So I think for this, we'll do a like a typical resonance one. So check that. We're just gonna turn those down. We're gonna go with maybe how about that? Very cool, right? And now at this point, it seems very like kind of, I guess you could call it I don't know, not super dynamic, but you also have, of course, your filter, and you can choose whichever filter you want. So like you can choose the cutoff and resonance. You can also, of course, choose that you have another filter over here. So right now it's in single mode, but I can change this to, I can change it to say Twin Peaks. So now I have two separate independent filters that move in tandem. You can really hear the richness. And of course, I didn't add this in, but I found that you can do all kinds of sick ass effects. Everything is just so much more intuitive than it seems. So now I have no effects right now because this is obviously like an internal, or this is an initialized patch, right? So we'll just kind of, how about this? I'm gonna latch an ARP thing. Okay, right? Now, I can change, obviously, some filter stuff here. And I like the way you can see how it changes. See all that cool-ass visual feedback? Now, boom, I can like jump over here since I'm in the effects and say I want obviously chorus. And look at, check how these things move when you change the depth or the contour. That's sick. And of course, I'm going to want to have delay before some reverb, right? Right? Now you can choose a bunch of different delays. You can choose your pans to be different types of things. It's kind of crazy. You can choose how much in these. Check these out. That's sick, right? Okay. And then last, you know, you got to top it off with that reverb. So yeah, I really felt like for a long time, because y'all know I've had the Quantum for a long time, but and also, damn, this is the most expensive thing I've ever had in my life. But like, when I thought of, hey, what's something I could really use? And not, and sort of, yes, it's in a self-serving way, but like, I have a bunch of analog. I have plugins, but this was fun. The hands-on is just fun. And I actually get like lost when I do it because part of it's like a video game. Part of it's like sound exploration. It's got everything you could ever imagine. It's really fun. It gives me the same feeling that the Prophet 6 gives me, where you're just using it and it's so fun. And it sounds great. So anyways, just wanted to give a bit of like I don't know. I don't want to sell anyone on Quantum because that's ridiculous. I think that Iridium, well, we'll talk about that later, but there's a whole other Iridium thing that's out. But I really in the last month, fell in love with the Quantum in a way that I didn't think I would, even before I bought it. I thought it'd be something I kind of used, but like, it really is fun. It truly is an amazing sound, like generating. It's fucking awesome. All right, that's all. This will be our background sound now. Sorry, back to real life. So yeah, don't go buy a Quantum because of me. I also think it's way too expensive for anyone in their right mind to buy something like this. But I would say that I am overjoyed with the like love I found for it. It's really amazing. Anyway, Patrick said, have you tried layering the Quantum with your analogs? I haven't, and I only say this because I rarely use one synth. I rarely use more than one synth for a sound, for the exact same thing. I think typically it lives in its own space. And also, I really feel the weight of the Quantum really can stand on its own. And so, yeah, I guess I haven't. But I could. I just haven't. So, oh. Okay. So Synthetic said, this is nice, but you could do this sound on the Virus TI. Very true, but I would hate... No, I don't want to say hate. I think that for me, I'm such a like feeler person with things that sometimes I can be fully accused of not liking something that I know is objectively quality and good, but if it doesn't make me feel... then I can't even, then how am I supposed to say personally I have a good feeling about it? And I think in every video I've ever said, I can see how something is good, but for me it's like, is it fun? And the Quantum is fun. The Virus is also fun. Wink, it is fun. Okay, what if I am not broke for the first time in years and I might want to buy something fancy? Well, you bring up a good point. But Julia, I would say when I see the price of the Quantum right now, I think I'm looking at it at like $4,800 brand new. And I wouldn't buy a Quantum. Here's the thing. The Quantum's in a weird place. It's so expensive that I wouldn't buy it used. But it's also so expensive that it's hard to buy new. So you kind of, I mean, me, myself, you run into, like me, here's why I live in my mind. If it is under $1,500, I'll buy it used and say, hey, I'll take the L. But if it's over $1,500, I feel like I gotta come in with a little bit of that warranty action, a little bit of insurance. It's a little scary for me to go. So I am super grateful that I got it for I literally think if I remember, I think the Quantum, I got it Dent and Scratch because it has a dent over here. I got it for like 30, either 3,200 or like 3,500. I don't really remember. Something like that. No more than like 3,500 though, for sure. So for me, that's a little bit more than the Prophet 6 when I bought it. And I guess I could accept that. So anyways, imagine there's another agenda list up here. And the next agenda thing says something about Behringer. Check the description. I made a joke about it. But anyways, so the title of this article says it all. Behringer keeps the synth tease machine rolling. Now, I am, as y'all know, not against Behringer, but I feel like I have never seen this many synthesizers being announced or presented at the same time. These are at least good looking. I hated the looks of these. I hated this. This is so ugly. But these look cool. And especially this. Check this out. This looks good. This looks like my OB6, but obviously this is probably going to be like 800 or probably less than 1,000 or something. Yes, that's what I said. Behringer Whine time. So, this looks good. It's weird. In the background, I don't know what this is. Is that like a Juno? That looks like it might be an original Juno. Or I don't know what that is. Y'all can tell me. What does this look like? A Juno? Juno 60? 6, maybe? Maybe I can't tell what it is exactly. But these look good. These SH5s look kind of sick. Or this MS5 looks kind of sick. I like these better. The full size stuff is really what makes sense to me. And you know what I actually thought about? Look at the shape of the knobs. Look at the attention to like detail of the aesthetics here. Check here. See how they definitely have to put in work to design things to like can't be cheap to constantly change the knobs on everything to match random synthesizers, because like they do a Moog type thing, they do obviously an SH5 type thing, they do an Oberheim type thing. Like all these require different aesthetics with, obviously the knobs can all be made by the same types of parts, but the aesthetic of them, that's a kind of a lot of work for a company to do to constantly change it. If you look at the aesthetics of like Dave Smith stuff, they've used the same knobs, at least the caps, since like the potentiometer edition of the Prophet 08. So, this is not cheap. So I have to give them props for that. Definitely give Behringer props for not resting on their laurels in a way. Matthew says, the best thing I stumbled upon with the Iridium Quantum is arpeggiating the live granular. Oh my God. I said it earlier, but it bears repeating. Yeah. No, it's I always used like Pad Shop Pro for granular, and yeah, it's so much nicer to use something that I'm just kind of real time. It's really great. Can't wait for 3.0 update. Yeah, Synthetic says that the pick looks like a tweaked OBXA. Yeah, this looks good. So obviously they're doing these, which these are ugly, but these are cool. People have been waiting for this stuff. People have been waiting for these. So Yeah. More Behringer stuff to look forward to. Anyways, more Behringer. They also have this thing that I saw, the Model 15. So I guess this is like based on the 1535-55, which y'all know are those big, you'll never afford them type things, which I don't even think Moog would ever give me, but you know, haha, version 3.0 Waldorf Whine, you got me. So it's interesting. Don't know when it's coming out. They made a Facebook post about it, but yeah, I mean, there's only so much room in somebody's apartment for anything, so you always kind of have to like pick and choose. And I don't really, obviously, I already said the CS80 is my Behringer, and I'm sticking to it. That'll be the only one, if it ever comes out, that I get, only because of space reasons. Because obviously I own the Model D. So next, since we're just kind of, this would be another item, but it's just kind of like hodgepodge of stuff. The smorgasbord of stuff that came out this week that I thought was cool. And obviously, for those people who are down with video editing and stuff like I am, Apple, our favorite company for charging us more for stuff, came out with this thing that people are excited about, the M1 Ultra. Now, I don't really know a ton about the Ultra or the M1 chip, sorry, in general. So they have like a Max chip and all this stuff. But I use PC. But this thing seems pretty damn cool. The power of this thing in the size, it's so small. I think the size of this is probably bigger than it is on my screen. I'm kind of on a 27-inch and it's kind of blown up. It's probably like smaller than this in real life, which is so small. And like, you can buy it with like a bunch of cores. It's pretty crazy. Guess it comes out next week, and you can get it for like $1,600. I don't know. I think some people were talking about, or no, that's the studio display. The M1 Ultra is $2,000, and the M1 Max is $200. The M1 Ultra is $4,000, which I'm not buying either of these. I really like being on PC. You get to do a lot of fun things in the developer window of Chrome, so I like that. It's just kind of overkill. But what's not overkill, and what I will buy, and maybe some of you are interested in something. I don't have, obviously, a vocoder anymore because I had to give it back to Perfect Circuit, and nobody's going to give me a vocoder. But SoftTube made a vocoder, and that's exciting. So yeah, if y'all are looking for a vocoder, I'm going to try this out myself. I have SoftTube accounts, so I probably have a coupon that I probably can use towards this. But I think it's also a little cheaper this week or something. Yeah, I think it's like $20 cheaper this week. Maybe it'll go down in price eventually. But, they'll have a Black Friday sale or whatever. But yeah, I mean, maybe we can, let's see if we can hear it in this walkthrough video.
SoftTube vocoder is inspiring, easy to use, and can select any modular.
God, this sounds like ass right now.
Vocals to drums to.
They're gonna get it. They're gonna fix it.
Let's start where most of us think about the use of a vocoder, which is with a vocal.
Oh, Mercedes, you love this twilight.
Vocoder instantly sounds great with just a single note being performed by the internal carrier synth and transposed via our MIDI region. Let's experiment by building some different chords and transpose them through the different root notes in our MIDI region. Let's build a different... On the left, adjust the carrier...
Next, the Iridium is out, and yeah, oh, God, I'm not saying don't buy the soft tube vocoder, but maybe try it first. Or I'm so spoiled by the Moog vocoder that I'm screwed now for every other vocoder. I feel like it sounds worse than like orange vocoder from like 10 years ago. I don't think Imogen every lid are ready to go soft. So not with that one. Sorry, soft tube. I'm sure you could probably get a better sound out of it, but like I feel like when you're selling because that's all the companies are doing. They're selling you something. So if you're selling it, I want to you need to blow me away. Okay. So, boom. Iridium. Cheapish. I'm interested in so you guys tell me, right? The Iridium has a different look than the Quantum. The Quantum is like 61 keys, I believe, right? 12. It's a 5-octave keyboard, and this is a 4-octave keyboard. So 49 instead of 61 keys, which I can get down with, but then at the same time, I kind of like the full 61 key version. But it's kind of smooth. The Quantum is big. The Quantum looks, first off, the Quantum is like so crazily, amazingly built. But it looks like you got a similar screen, but maybe a little different. Maybe they've sort of changed it. Not a huge fan of the layout without the stuff, but you still got the 3 over here. It's just smaller. And it's also, so it's 28.99 pounds, and it's, or whatever this sign is, euro, sorry. It's not that much more than the Iridium desktop, but it's way cheaper than the Iridium, or than the Quantum. So, I mean, the Iridium is what I would have bought if I didn't get the Quantum for what I got it for. I already asked the guys at Perfect Circuit about the Iridium, and they were gonna hook me up with the Iridium for some sort of a discount, but then I got the Quantum. So I don't know. What would you guys go with if you really had, let's say, I don't want to say price is no object, but it is. So would you go with, because you have this 2 balancing act thing, Iridium with more voices, like the polyphonic aftertouch stuff. Would you go there? Less keyboard, right? 49 keys. Or would you go Quantum? Only 8 voices you can layer, and analog filters, which you have a dual analog filter. So it's really like analog filters, less voices, digital filter, more voices. It is a digital synthesizer, so what would you guys go with? Julian says, I'm trying to scam my day job into buying me stuff. So Matthew says, are any Quantum owners upset that they didn't update the Quantum to have 16 voices when bypassing analog filters? I don't know what they're doing about that. That was supposed to be promised in the 3.0 update, but I believe that it has not been implemented. I am kind of okay with it. What I personally think is that the Quantum may actually be, this is a theory, so I'm speculating. The Quantum may be so expensive to manufacture that they cannot lower the price anymore. And so they realize people aren't buying the Quantum as well. I do not see a lot of people buying the Quantum. I really don't. I see people buying the Iridium. So because they see that people like the Iridium, it's a company, so who cares? They're gonna do what makes money, not what I want or what anybody who owns a Quantum wants. So I just think they're getting a little thick in the super expensive keyboard market, because they have the M, which is $2,500. They have the Iridium, which is like $2,900 almost, $2,700 maybe. Then they have a Quantum, which is $4,700, and then they have an Iridium keyboard, which is like almost $3,000. So it's like, what about everything else? Like, see, it just seems like they're getting really top heavy with their stuff. But hey, who am I? What's up, Johnny Lasso? What's going on? So Synthetic says, get a Hydra Synth keyboard and the Iridium module. Best of both worlds. Very true. You can get the polyphonic aftertouch and you get a rhythm controller. Ribbon controller. So Chairs of the Living would take the analog filters. I like that. Catherine is going with the Iridium. No contest. Iridium has more colors. So I kind of like the colors. The way that they have the colors on here is like so annoying and cheesy. So if cost was no option, Doug says, he'd go with the Iridium desktop because he wouldn't use the keyboard anyway. And that's a good point. I mean, I guess it's really more like layout. Right? Like, it's just bigger. And I think I'm so like stupid and like confused all the time that I need more space, so it seems like I'm dissecting it more because it's bigger. That's literally my processing in my head. I'll be honest. I'm pretty crazy. I'm pretty stupid. Whoa. Matthew says I also run my Iridium into my analog heat. Wow. I've never run a synth through the analog heat actually. So I might need to try that eventually. I've either run full mixes or my Tempest. And then also it's so much lag in Cubase. Maybe they've updated to like version 3.0 of the whatever the Electron thing is, the thing that the program that does it. I forgot that, that thing with the USB. I don't know what it's called. A lot of love for analog heating here. Interesting. Okay, gonna have to look at that. All right, I'm gonna try that. I've gotten a little bit away from using it only because I'm talking about the heat. I've only got away from using the heat a little bit because of the, I guess you could call it just the latency. So I can only either use it on the very end or I have to print because maybe the loop time just needs to be changed in Cubase, but I haven't used it enough and I'm still paying for it because I'm on like a 12 payment plan because I'm poor. But I really do like it. It's the only Electron project I have. I probably bought that with my credit card too. So I just paid it off today, technically. I've been thinking about that. Matthew said he used it as hardware. I've been thinking about just putting it. So I've been thinking about literally taking it and making it a plugin instead. Because if I use it as a plugin, then I won't have to worry about the crazy latency. So I'm sort of trying to figure out exactly how I want to get away from the latency issue. Or if the latency has been fixed and I just haven't updated my software to be able to kind of better fix that latency issue. Because it's just too late. It's not milliseconds. It's like 100 milliseconds. You know? So anyways. Yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the sounds of the Quantum. It sounds amazing. Right here. So yeah, I guess we're done. I'll see everybody next week. Tuesday, I should have the video out for the most anticipated Prophet 6 versus OB6, Synth versus Synth. 5 years in the making. 7 years, 7 years in the making. I don't know. Whenever the OB6 came out, 2016. 6 years in the making. The inner thoughts of me for the last month and all the years of people playing an OB6 in front of me while I only had a Prophet 6, and me almost trading Flying Lotus, my Prophet 6, for his OB6. So much of a journey. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. So happy you guys came. Whoa. I ordered an OB6, by the way. Wow. Matthew has unlimited funds, by the way, everybody. So, I just got rid of all my funds that I was messing up. So, yeah. Have I told the story of Flying Lotus becoming my friend via live stream and then us talking about exchanging OB6 for Prophet 6 because he lives near me? I don't know if I'll even tell him the video because it's like, I don't know, it seems like too much like name dropping shit. But anyways, we out. Thank you guys. I'm gonna watch Dr. Disrespect play more Elden Ring now. So yeah, I'll see you guys either Tuesday when you watch the video, or I'll see you next Thursday. All right, guys. Peace out.